Okay, we're gonna have a real conversation right now because I promised myself I would record um, the good and the bad and the in between. And right now, I got a call from 21st Century Mortgage that they did with the recalculation that they did because my estimate for the tiny house went up. Understandably, I still owe $1,000.02 and $1,002.80. And here's the real deal. I don't get paid till next week. And so that luckily is not a rent check. I was going to have it be a rent check because I'm just about to go on vacation, but I could switch it up. And $1,000, it's not that it's nothing. It's just that I don't have that right now. I can probably pull together right now about $200, but that's from like saving over time. And also, I don't want to do that thing where I just like empty out a bunch of savings challenges. Desperate money, no good. So I'm taking a look currently at my investment on Fidelity. I'm not tethered to the stock market. I know a lot of people see it as retirement money, but I know that it's going to be something that I build over time. Plus I don't want to touch my emergency fund till the end of the year. I don't want to touch it again. I did that in panic, and in hindsight I should have left it alone because that would have covered this random expense. But this is also kind of what goes into closing costs. So right now what I'm doing is I'm checking my Fidelity account. I am most likely going to kind of cut a deal essentially with gonna cut a deal with Pacifica that I'm still able to pay it on the 12th and then have the closing costs go through, because I have not come this far for this to hold me back, and I'm good for it because this is just the remaining balance that I have. The rest of it is already paid. So yeah, today, like, this week is just going to be so tense, where we're just inching along, and it's hard because here's the what is making me frantic is that when you have a smaller team, it means that there are a lot, like when your builder has a smaller team and they're really focused on social media right now, sometimes when it comes to the business side of things, because I know optics are everything, but when it comes to the business side of things, there's less communication that I want. We're at kind of a crucial point, and they did warn me. They did tell me, hey, yo, it's going to be quiet for a while, and that's all good and fine. But when we're this close, when we're this close, let me finish my sentence because I'm getting frustrated. When we're this close to closing, I need communication. I need reassurance. If I'm being honest, as a customer, I need reassurance. But when we're this close to closing, I don't expect the silence to come until like we're in the building stages of the building. So, 21st Century still right now needs a bank stamp deposit slip, and I need more communication happening right now until basically they were like, here's my hammer, here is the log, we're putting it together. And I'm getting frustrated because I haven't communicated that. So that's on me, and that's what I'm working towards. I said that I would document like all of the stuff, good and bad, and right now I am basically like, here's closing papers, here's me. And what I'm waiting on is that the two companies that I'm relying on are ping-ponging shit and asking me to follow up. And I do, because I know loan officers hate to see me coming. I will call. I love talking on the phone. And I love talking to you on the phone about getting shit done. And so even though I would never want to manage people, I'm really good at managing people when it comes to getting shit done. I will get my way. It's been like this since even before college, because college was like, okay, well, in order for you to graduate, you need to get these signatures. Bet. And one of the teachers tried to play me where I had to basically do like a trial, if you will, and do some master sketches. And the thing is, I am a lazy artist. I will be the first person to admit it, but I will get those signatures. And the thing is, unfortunately, I'm also one of those ADHD people, or if there's a deadline under my ass, you bet your bottom dollar I'm going to do it. So what's the holdup? The holdup is that all the paperwork from Pacifica was sent over to 21st Century. 21st Century says, hey, we need to assess the flood situation. We'll get back to you. And so now I reached out. I was like, hey, I'm waiting on closing papers. And they're like, well, we're still waiting on the down payment confirmation. And for the record, and of course, I don't have it on me. The down payment that I sent was September 12th. And I say this because, thank God, I have been keeping a record of every single step I've taken, because what we're not going to do is play around and toy around with deadlines, with paperwork, with any of that. Unfortunately for you, Bubba, I'm on top of it. So yeah, I'm deeply unfocused because I'm just really burnt out. So I have a timeline. Okay. I'm talking like this because I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated that I feel like this entire process has been me having to be on top of people about doing their part. I have submitted all of my paperwork. Matter of fact, I love paperwork. I love it. I love worksheets. I love being able to fill out what I'm capable and not capable of doing, because it's a challenge to me. September 12th, that is a month ago, I sent over the extra $1,002.80. Matter of fact, I rounded it up to $1,003 because of the estimate for my house going up. And I feel like the estimate for my house going up screwed the pooch. It's not like it feels like it fucked everything up, even though it didn't. They should be able to adjust it, but like, boo-hoo for them. They have to drum up more paperwork, which I will sign. But now we are at October 31st. The deadline it has two deadlines. One I saw was November 7th, and then now is November 22nd. I'm not fucking with that. I'm just going by the most recent. But the reason I have such a bee in my bonnet, and the reason I'm talking like this right now, is that I'm being bounced back and forth between the two, where it's like, no, we're waiting. And then I go to Pacifica, I'm like, what's going on? They're like, oh, we sent over the paperwork. Okay, cool. Like some wires are not being crossed here, and I'm going to cross them. I'm going to I don't care if that means putting the both of you on the same line. You're getting this done. Because come November 7th, I will have that money. I will have that closing fee cost, and it will be paid. And this house is going to be mine. That's how on top of it I've been. That's how determined I've been. I'm not fucking around with this shit. Ooh. I don't know. It's like a portion of it is like relinquishing control, and another portion of it is like having faith in areas where sometimes like I am let down. Like I know like having faith in people doing what they're supposed to do is not 100%. Like that's not life. That's not how life works out. Some people, like, things are going to fall through the cracks, but like what kills me is like being this close to the finish line, y'all. This has to happen to other people in other areas of life. This is life, but being this close to the deadline and then being like, well, we're missing your address. Was anybody gonna ask me? Because it's literally October 31st. Okay. All right. That's my frustration. It is November 3rd. And my closing papers are being put in the mail today to get to me. I have 19 days to sign these closing documents. Note, my origination fee is not due immediately. It's due basically once 21st Century has received the papers and like we're good to go. So I should be anticipating hopefully this week for those papers to get to me. I signed them. Two things of note: 2 pages need to be witnessed by a notary, which I've never done before. So we're going to figure that out. say a whole lot of firsts. But this is a huge, huge step in finalizing all of this. Like, obviously it's closing papers, but this is like, this is the moment I've been thinking about. This is the moment that I like I have just wanted so bad, and it's coming to me, and it's so cool. It's 8:39 in the morning. I have work, but my spirit feels really light right now, and I'm trying to be mindful of like who I tell in real time, because you know, spirits are like, girl, keep something for yourself. But I'm ready. My heart is kind of pounding in my ears right now because my closing papers are being delivered today. So the sequence of events that will happen is I'm going to take the papers over to BSU to be notarized immediately. I'm going to read through the papers. I'm going to sign them. I'm going to zip over to the United States Postal Service, and then basically next day it. So I had to have it this week. And then probably cancel my transfers to Ally, because if they get them this week, they'll most likely get them tomorrow. Because like, I wish it was like a 2-day thing. It's not. it's so not. I won't get there in time for like next day shipping. But the point is, by Monday I could very well have like the closing papers like approved, and then I pay my origination fee, and then we get this party started. I don't know why I'm whispering, but like, what that like signifies is the fact that this loan goes into effect, I lock in, and then I like basically after that first update with the tiny house, then I can put in and say, hey, I'm not renewing my lease. Oh my god, it's here. I ran downstairs to get my closing papers, and the mailman's like not done. He's still putting stuff away. I was all excited. He's like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm not trying to rush Mr. Postman. So here's the plan. Today's a weird one because I'm gonna take off for lunch a little bit early. Here are the spots I gotta hit. 1, I'm not signing the papers till I see the notary at BECU. Then I'll sign the papers at BECU with the notary. I take the papers to the USPS to get them shipped out next day. If I'm lucky, then I can get these sent over and get there by Monday. I want to be optimistic and be like, oh yeah, they'll totally get there by Friday, but like I still have to get them like a day to actually. Why does everybody like to message me at once? Okay, so I need to get these papers next date. They'll probably get there by Friday or Monday, most likely Monday or Tuesday, and then they look through it, they approve it, and then by next Friday, before next Friday, I'm gonna say Thursday, that's when I pay my origination fee. Oh my god, closing papers are literally in my bag right now. I'm going to BC on my lunch to get these signed. I just got out of USPS. Holy shit. I got there and it's always dead, right? When I go in, it's dead. And then I had to use it because I wanted it there basically tomorrow, right? So when I go in, I have to put it in a different envelope, which is fine. But then I have to get back in line. And by then, on a Wednesday, here, is when everybody in Greenwood decides it's time to mail some shit. So by the time I get back in line, I'm sixth in line, and there is a lady who basically wants everything short of the history of the United States Postal Service. And so I'm like hot, I'm hungry, and I'm like, oh my Jesus. So the reason I did expedited too was just so they have paper in hand tomorrow. They have paper in hand tomorrow. They make a cute little decision, which is, okay, yes, beach, yes, queen, we want to ensure, you know, whatever. I'm gonna get a celebratory hamburger because holy shit, what is this? Holy shit. And everybody today, I swear to God, is driving like what is a gas pedal? I don't understand. So I'm obviously really like excitable and also kind of aggravated just because I know I'm hungry and I'm short. And the lady, like, it was like 2 people in line that wanted the world, and like truthfully it was probably 2 to 5 minutes, but I was already like ready to fucking go. So I haven't told anyone, like I haven't told anybody that I signed the closing papers and that they're in the mail right now. So I'm going to, like, my rule for when I close, like when I actually sign the closing papers, my rule to myself is just to keep it to myself for 24 hours. Like, I want to sit in this feeling of 24 hours and know that, like, it is done. It's done. It's done. This a year and 9 months of, like, actual putting pen to paper, saving, raising credit, getting denied, then getting approved, all of that has come to this moment, which is I just signed the closing papers for my tiny house. How absolutely crazy is that? Crazy. So yeah, I'm getting me some burgers. So the origination fee is in a cashier's check in my wallet right now. It's gonna get put in the mail and it's going towards my mortgage company, and like that major portion is done. Like, until it's in their hands, of course I'm still gonna be nervous, but this part is done. It's crazy. So it essentially just sounds like that I'm good to go from here, because they're not worried about it. Like, they're like, yeah, no, we're just waiting on your that final paper and your origination fee, and basically I'm in closing. Like, I'm like right there, and it's so cool because I've been celebrating every step of the way, and I know this just has been my focus, my topic of conversation forever, but this has been, for like scale, I was just kind of going back through my files, and I'm like, okay, it's been like a year and 9 months of planning, executing, saving, and then I applied for the loan in July, got approved, and fast forward to November, now we're in closing. And I think ultimately I was just trying to say, hey, like, I'm not messing around, I'm dead serious about this. And I want to talk about like what I've learned. And amongst all of that, there are like extra fees that go also into tiny house. So like the fees we don't talk about is overnighting these contract papers. That was $34. 2-day like shipping out the page, $11. Did I have to do that? Probably not, but it gives me peace of mind for them to have all of the closing papers together. Getting a cashier's check, $6. Getting wiring over the money, like the 16K all in. So all in, it was about $18,000 all in. But that was over a course of time. But like getting the wire over was $25, and that's $25 each. So you're not just like wiring over the exact money, you're also wiring over this additional $25 to pay be sued for doing it for you. So those are like little costs that add up. And I'm not even talking about the Amazon wish list that I have, that I have to get to prepare for the tiny house. So like propane, levelers, extra tires in case I need it. And luckily I also signed up so that they'll do it for everything I could automate or have the builder do for me. I did, like registering the vehicle in my name sort of thing. So those are gonna need to be factored in, especially when it comes to like tax season, which is like what am I paying taxes for given the state of things, but whatever. So I will always pay my taxes, but like, yeesh, you know? So that said, I'm in this position now. I'm in this like place mentally where it's all real. And like my first like baby payment for I think escrow is next month, which is it's very cool. But there are other pending things that I need to take care of, that I will take care of. What a cool time.